just a bloke in a bar.
Just feeling jacked, dude. A couple of coffees today.
You come in bouncing.
Blacks, dude. I did.
We worked out this morning, mate. We got after it.
We got after it.
Cal's on the assault bike, Cal's on the rower.
Yeah.
Fucking King Kong pulls or whatever they call.
Gorilla pulls,
fucking
mate.
Oh,
Dude,
so
just
the inner
feeling-
gorilla's coming in.
Couple of goblet. What are they called?
Goblet squats. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Looking at my legs in the mirror, they're coming into their own a bit recently.
I've been getting compliments lately.
But you've got nice
Nah,
legs.
but I've been getting
my
more and
legs
more.
have historically looked like shit.
I'm getting more compliments than I've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
At what? At 40 years old? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
32.
We got called
my bad.
fucking boomers in our YouTube comment fucking the other day. I was like, excuse
Yeah, but if you're 18, we'd look like
We
boomers.
look like boomers. Well, you do, but I don't. Like, you got grey beard and shit, but like...
It's the bags under your eyes, though, mate.
No, but see,
You know
that's
what I
mainly
mean?
just because
It's like
I'm
being stung for
fucking...
a
That's because
bee.
I'm hungover.
And you're huge as well. It just...
No, dude, you see my
Doesn't
legs in the
work
mirror
well.
today? They were looking svelte, and you're starting to see those teardrops over the knees, dude.
Are you dropping?
I'm getting teardrops. My knees look like they're crying. It's fucking great.
Your tear dropping up.
I'm on route. I'm not gonna lie, but getting called a boomer was a shock. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
Can I tell you something about, like, good Nick?
Yeah.
We played golf the other day, right? Tom and I. Terry Hills. Shorties. Pitch and putt. Shout to Ronnie Blakey.
Shout out. Shout out.
And we played with a gentleman by the name of Rod Wishart.
Heard of him, Dannon?
Do you know him?
Yeah, you heard of him?
Wishart. Yeah.
Fucking a rugby league legend.
Does ring a
fame?
bell. Does ring a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyron's dad.
Of one, I think 6 from 8 Origins fame, like series.
20 plus games, maybe one less than Frederick Fittler.
Yeah.
Heard of him?
Yeah, you heard of Freddie? Anyway,
Freddie,
Rod
yeah.
can play. Rod did play.
Did.
And Rod can play golf as well. But he was in such impeccable nick.
Bro.
Really?
It was, he was, there was probably, what, 200 people there?
Yeah.
Maybe more. He was best nick on ground.
Yeah.
Comfortably.
Best nick on
And that's
ground.
not even like, that's
No
not
bullshit.
like weight to age.
And
sort
how
of
old
thing.
is he,
It's
what,
like
50?
No,
He'd
he'd
be 60s, 70s? 70s, maybe?
Veins in the
70s.
60s, late 60s?
I don't know about late 60s,
50s?
but he'd be in his...
54.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rod.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but like I'm putting mail on it.
Well, listen, we
trying
don't
to-
know.
you know what I
It's
mean?
like fucking us getting called boomers. You see someone fucking old, you think they're 100.
Yeah.
He was 70.
But like once you cross that threshold,
You may as well be.
like I put it this way, he was like older than 50, but like younger than really old cunts that are in their 80s.
yeah, he wasn't in a home, but he could have been, and it wouldn't
Well,
have blown my
he
mind.
definitely got cheap transport, but like,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't. It was like he hasn't been dropped off in the courtesy bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
He was, he didn't need any help getting around the course.
No.
Definitely not. He was fucking jacked, dude. Veins
Yoked.
in the arms, calves that'd make you cum in your pants.
Yoked with a capital Y.
Yeah. Six-pack city,
like that.
we assume.
Well, we
were trying to see through his shirt.
and I'm here to tell you that he didn't flash me the abs, but I know for a fact they were there. Bet my left nut on it, sort of stuff.
Moved well. Still moved well. You'd see him break into like a light jog to go and, just fucking for whatever reason. I don't know what. To be honest, there was no reason to break into a light jog. That's how good Nicky was in. He was just like, fuck it, I'll run to
Fit
the
cunts
next
just
hole.
run places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like they're almost. It's a challenge to them. Like getting in a car is lazy.
Yeah.
Getting in a car
It's
is
almost,
lazy.
but it's almost like the I attribute it almost to like the excitement and exuberance of youth. You watch young kids; they run everywhere. They'll just run up and
point.
down the hallway if they can. Rod still seems to have that. He'll just jog to the next hole because he's like, "Fuck it,
Yep.
I'm
Is he-
young and I'm
is he
still
in-
full of."
Is he in
energy."
that good a nick? If you put a picture up, people go, "Mate, he could still play."
Fucking oath they would.
He could have done a job.
He could have still played.
He could have done a job.
He probably
Like,
would have
if
been
he-
a walk-up start to one
yeah.
of the lower tier teams in the
100%.
competition. Right?
If you got him out there and said, do a job,
Yeah.
he would have done one.
Done a job.
Yep.
Done a job. But
He
you
would've-
got to say do a job before he goes out there, though.
Well, I would have asked him. I said, do you reckon you go out there and do a job? And he'd say, fucking.
talking to a job doer right here, mate.
Yeah. Hands in the air,
Yeah,
mate.
not my first job.
He
son.
spun me a couple of yarns that I won't go into because I don't know if he wanted them repeated here.
Well, listen, mate. She's a friend now, right? You don't go and throw friends under the bus like that.
but I will tell you. I'll tell you this for free, Dennon. Rod Wishart is a job doer.
Yeah.
He's a
Okay.
hand in the air sort of guy.
Okay. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, I hope so.
Anyway, I just felt like that was appropriate to start the show.
Well, listen, it is appropriate because when you're in that sort of nick, Tom, it needs to be talked about.
Especially at 70 years old.
yeah, 70.
Correct.
Pushing 80. And we're in good nick ourselves.
You and I, getting there. We're not in Rod Wishart, Nick, but we're getting there.
Wishart, Nick. No one's in that fucking man, I'll tell you.
Now, speaking of good nick, the DMP World Podcast Championship shirts sold out in less than 24 hours, and we got a lot of them. Yeah. So what we're going to do, because we're not bad people, we want everyone to get access.
Well, we're champions.
We're going to try to get some more printed. We'll see how we go, but we're going to try to do it, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah,
we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
But we're going to say thank you to everyone that fucking talk about horny shirt wearers. Very horny.
Very horny shirt wearers.
Absolutely.
Well, people get it. People get it, and they wanted to celebrate glory. Obviously, we got the dub last week. Podcast Championship.
Congratulations to Collingwood. Congratulations to Penrith. Congratulations to us. And congratulations to Newcastle and the NRLW.
Yeah.
That's right. I think we set the tone, though.
Yeah, we did.
We did set the
Given
tone.
that we got in first.
Yeah.
Well, the get was good. Yeah. But we've been on the blower to the manufacturer of the shirt, and they're coming back to us, punters and dribblers.
And because before we did all this, we were like, there may be a chance that our community is too horny. And we need to be ready for that horniness.
Yes.
So
it's fair to say we weren't even prepared for the horniness.
Yeah, very
but
true.
you need to be prepared for horniness.
Yeah.
You got to be prepared for horniness
There's
at
a
all
certain
times.
level of horniness. I didn't expect the community to be like humping our legs like a dog on heat.
We thought a bit of foreplay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I thought maybe we'd get butted up first with a little bit of foreplay.
Couple of red rockets, maybe.
Well,
I didn't expect the dog to fucking hump the leg.
couple of rah-rahs, mate.
Yeah.
Couple of rah-rahs.
Yeah.
Incorrect. Humped.
Humped to death.
But that's good. Good things.
We love it.
Good things.
We enjoyed the humping.
But we like to look after the whole community.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
I'll tell you what. Shout
Attempting
out
to do.
the big thickies. A big thicky is the most loyal demographic in the history of mankind.
If you're listening here and you are someone who bought the 6XL, pat yourself on the back, bruh, because you are terrific. We got a lot of 6XLs. Like, people, I saw some people in the comment going, you only got 3. Bruh, we got a lot more than 3. So many you'd be quite shocked, actually. And they went in, what, a minute or two?
6:02. They were gone.
I love the big, I just love the big.
Love the big thickies, dude.
Look, it's official. Big thickies more loyal than small people.
Yeah.
It's
definitely.
100% official.
We're thinking we
not even
might even
close.
just do a thickie drop one day where it's like, we're only going to get 6XLs made.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to go out and say I hate small people. That'd be wrong, but you're not very loyal. We're not as loyal.
Not as loyal as
Pick
big
your
thickies.
game up. Pick your game up.
Yeah.
You know, if thickies are consistently loyal, and look, small people, they drop in here or there, but they don't really deliver as much as the thickies do.
Yeah. You're a fence sitter, small people. And I don't like that. I want you to get off the fence and have a crack like the thickies are.
Now, it's eaten up. Bloke beer, grab a case from your local. The beer, I mean, look, it's the beer of sport. A summer of sport, the beer of sport. They're two things, a marriage made in heaven. Make sure to grab a case of Bloke beer. We got the midi, we got the lager, it's good stuff. Also, don't forget, hungriest player this week was Nathan Cleary, brought to you by Menulog. No code this week due to the long weekend, but we'll have it back when the internationals are on for hungriest player of the week, and we'll give you a code for the discount.
Why'd you give it to Nathan?
I gave it to Nathan because he played a good game of rugby league.
You reckon?
Yeah.
What, better than Ezra, man? He's pretty good.
Ezra was good.
Ezra was good.
Ezra scored 3 tries in grand final.
He was
How
good.
do you fucking beat that?
Well, sometimes
Nathan only scored 1.
Sometimes you have an estimate of what the best performance on the ground can be,
Yep.
and that estimate gets fucking blown out of the water by some little hot, throbbing piece of shit that's also hot. And I love him at the same time, but hate him at the same time.
Yeah, he is hot.
He is hot. And listen, if I was a Broncos fan, I'd be calling him a piece of shit as well. Right, so is that directly related to the grand final result?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that
All
is.
right.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
I was making sure. It might have been something else. I wasn't sure if he'd done something else.
Oh, okay. Directly
how
related.
hungry he is.
Like he might have been a real hungry guy.
Like
He
he's
might
been
have won a
eating-
hot dog eating competition.
He's been eating stuff. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. That's what I wasn't sure. I just wanted to clear it up in case, because like I know he played in the NRL grand final on the weekend, but I wasn't sure if he'd done something else.
No, it's from the grand final.
Right.
So not hot dogs, not peaches, not anything like that.
It's a metaphor, but how bad you want it. And
He
it
wanted
seemed
it.
like
Kid wanted it.
he fucking wanted
Oh,
it.
kid wanted
Right.
it.
He wanted it. And I've never been so fucking torn with emotion watching that motherfucker go over the try line.
I
like-
can't. Like that's got to be one of the worst experiences in life.
Watching greatness, and I've been riding this bloke's dick for years.
Yeah, you got rash.
When everyone else was peppering him,
You got saddle sores.
I was fucking right in this cunt's dick. I was sitting there going, everyone's like, nah. And I'm like, he's going to be great. He's going to be great. And then he fucks me.
Yeah, he fucks you, dude. Nice guys finish last.
They fucking do.
Yeah.
Or second. Not as low as Manly. But,
No,
you
but
know.
I mean, no one will remember that. You didn't win. Needed Manly.
No one gives a shit about who
I'll
lost.
tell you what,
At
dude.
least we're remembered.
Hey, listen. 2 teams won competitions this year. Manly, Penrith. You guys didn't win
And
shit.
the DMP.
Well,
And the
sorry, yeah,
DMP.
2 NRL teams.
But in NRL circles,
Yeah.
there was 2 winners this year. There was 3 things up for grabs,
Yep.
2 winners, 2 separate winners.
And Queensland won as well.
That's a bit separate. That's a bit different.
Okay. Is it the saddest fucking thing ever to win a preseason comp and then not make finals?
No, because we made $100,000.
I tell you what, yeah. I tell you what's sad.
I tell you what's sad,
Being
not
up
winning anything.
28-4 and fucking conceding the
26-4.
biggest. What I say?
Sorry.
24.
24-6.
24-8. 24-8.
And conceding the
24-8.
greatest comeback in the history of rugby league grand finals.
That's
probably sadder.
I would rather not have played finals and had $100,000 from the preseason.
If
comp.
I'd gone through that, I'd be still in bed. If that happened to Manly, I'd be in bed.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Broncos are about rugby league. Now it's 2 greatest grand finals that we've been involved in. That's what we give the rugby league community.
Losses.
We're givers.
Losses, yeah.
No, because we've won 6 premierships already, and we're
We've
here
won
to
8.
entertain. We're entertainers.
We've won 8.
We've been around less than you. Though,
We've
haven't
won
we?
8 though.
Yeah.
But
But
like,
we just
we won more.
No,
in a
but you're
short
trying to
period.
like flex spin, look, mate, we won 6. We're like, we won 8. So
Yeah. Okay.
And you've shit like, and again, I'm a huge fan of the Broncos and the players, but like, is there now like have you guys got like a poo in the bed problem? We need some Broncos nappies.
Nah, I think that we're a generous club that likes to entertain the people. Rugby league would be essentially dead if we didn't give these 2 great grand finals.
is
Poo
there
on- poo on the
feces
bed.
in your bed? Yes or no?
No feces in the bed.
No, no bed shits.
No bed shits.
You don't. Okay,
You don't call that a bed shit?
No,
24/8 not a bed
that's,
shit?
No, that's
24/8
more,
not a bed
that's
shit?
more a hot boy realising greatness rather than a bed
You don't
shit.
reckon there was some things that could have maybe turned the tide? Maybe playing a little bit defensive?
Yeah, I mean, look, yes, but at the same time, we didn't get to the grand final by playing defensive. Like, as in by not spreading the ball and trying things all the time.
When you're 24-8
Well,
up though, right?
I think
Like,
I think there were moments where you were a bit defensive.
Look, you know what? I trust
you
the boys.
went away from what did you good?
You reckon?
So now you're saying they were too defensive.
Because we were attack. Hot
But,
boy.
well, you
Hot boy
were
football.
until you got
No,
24-8 up. And then
you were-
went,
you were-
then
you-
this is
that's
did.
what you stopped.
You're a turtle
No,
and
that's
you
not what
went
happened. That's not what happened.
India shell.
We actually kept fucking throwing offloads and
You
dropping the
went
ball.
India shell. Oh, I'm the
No.
Broncos.
No, we got too horny.
I'm the Broncos.
We got too horny.
Nah, dude. You went
We got
your shell,
too
bro.
horny, and maybe we blew our load too early.
Can I ask you
It's
this?
just fine. Every bloke has everyone not experienced that. Where maybe
Shout
they
out
get
to
a bit too horny.
Pilot. Shout out to Pilot.
Shout out to Pilot.
Promo
Not
code
an
You're
ad,
the
but
Bird.
kind of an ad because yours with the Pilot.
Yeah, yeah.
Well-
So not an ad, but kind of
Oh,
an ad.
yeah, anyone we might be able to do whatever. You're the
Well,
bird.
yeah, that
So
was.
there we go.
You're the bird. From my perspective, and you could, and listen, I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is my perspective.
Yeah,
right?
okay. Yeah.
There was a kid out there with the initials NC who noticed that when he was down 24-8 that there was some footy left to be played. And he thought to himself, you know what? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to play some rugby league football.
Yeah.
And play footy he did.
Kid played footy.
Whilst it didn't really seem like there was anyone else playing footy, if you know what I mean.
Look,
I'm talking about playing footy.
Look, I'm a stats man, Eddie. I'm a stats man. And if your forwards and team lay you a 97% completion rate platform,
Yeah, play footy.
you can play a bit of footy off that.
Yeah.
If you
And
lay
but did he play it?
Oh, he played.
Yeah.
That's why he's the hungriest player.
Yep.
But at the same time, when you're young, you're hot, you're horny, and you're at your first grand final, what happened to Penrith in the first grand final? Too horny, too hot. Cam Smith, old veteran, not horny. He didn't even care. He was just there for another premiership.
Yeah, he was barely hard.
He was just like, this is, okay, I'm here.
stuff sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, he was like trying to get himself up the whole game.
Folding stuff.
Yeah.
Check to Cameron Smith.
Shout out to Cameron
Old
Smith.
folder and stuffer of note.
Come on the podcast already.
And so, look, first of all, Broncos just gave rugby league, we graciously gave you one of the greatest grand finals of all time.
It was a doozy.
It was a fucking
And
humdinger.
we're getting started, baby. We're getting started.
But now,
Just like Penrith.
even like when you lose like Fittler and fucking Herbie.
Yeah, it's all right.
and, you know, like,
Prodigal sons will come back. We've seen it happen. Sean Johnson, Warriors, Fittler up the boys. They'll come back.
you reckon they'll come back?
They'll come. Reece Walsh come back. Everyone comes back to the
Reece
Broncos.
did come back.
Do you think that there is a chance, or chance, as Tom would like to
Thank
say,
you.
that
King's English. R.I.P. Queenie.
the Panthers have sort of like warped your perception
Of being able to come back?
Yeah, of being able to just go, you know what? We just come back every year. We just keep doing this. Whereas no other team really has been able
Well,
to
I'm not
replicate
sitting
that.
here saying like it's definitely going to happen.
Sounds like you were.
But what I am
Pretty
saying
much.
is, from the information
What
that
he
I
said.
from the information I have, being the youngest side in the competition, I'm pretty sure, having an incredible junior system, blah blah blah, all those kind of things. I would assume that we will be hopefully fighting for premierships or fighting for grand finals in the next few years.
What happens though, like, because now you got your greats. Firstly, Corey Cozza Parker of Let's Introduce a Joker Card to NRL Fame. He said he couldn't sleep basically for like the entire off season. Are you worried you guys are going to come in a little bit fucking tired?
A little tired. Look, if any of the Broncos boys need to be held to sleep, I'll do that for them.
And then what about Gordy being like, don't re-sign Adam Reynolds yet?
Well,
Everyone's coming into fucking.
look,
Everyone's coming after you.
Yeah.
Even your old boys are starting to turn.
yeah, well,
Bit of disharmony.
Go on, you want to fight Gordy? What do you want to say to him?
I want to say I respectfully disagree with the great man.
Yeah.
I think that Renault's
Them's
been
fighting
outstanding.
words.
Well, I don't really want to fight Gordy. And I don't know if you have to fight if you disagree with an opinion.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
But I'm saying it sounds like you want to fight him.
There's a couple of there's a few whispers coming out that can Adam Reynolds get it done on the biggest stage?
Oh, come on.
Not from us.
No,
Not from
not
you.
from us. I'm a fan of Renault.
We love Renault.
Huge fan of
Okay.
Renault. I'm bringing up. I think this is the show where we bring up what other people are saying.
Yeah,
we talk
and
about
then
it
pretend that
as
you-
as discussion points.
Oh, okay.
As discussion
It's like the
points.
journalist that says, look, people are saying you're a piece of shit. Not me. But you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that.
Look, Adam Reynolds didn't drop the ball as much as the boys did. I think that our biggest concern was in the first... We lost the game in the first 20 minutes. First 20 minutes we had 44% completion rate. That's where we lost the game. If we had had a fucking 70%, we win the game. And I stand by it. I think that, and I know people don't like this, but if we complete at high rates, and I know it's harder, easier said than done, but if we complete at high rates, I do believe we win by 2 or more tries. But obviously we fucking didn't because they put so much pressure on us. And they're one of the greatest sides of all time.
Like what it was, just like what happened, what it was like for you. Like what was your?
So let's start with half time. You're down by 2. What are you feeling?
I'm feeling proud of the boys actually because we're 8-6 down. I'm like, look, it's looking not our night, but I'm really fucking appreciative of the way they carried themselves in such 44% completion in the first 20 minutes
And they
against
get
the
that
Penrith
try.
Panthers.
Yep.
The Penrith Panthers are first for points scored and first for the least amount of points against them. So they kept them to 8-6 and we get that try heading into halftime. So I was super proud of the boys. Coming out at halftime, I was like, look, as long as they do the jersey proud, I'm sweet. Then we complete some
That's
sets.
some bullshit though, right? As long as they do the jersey proud, I'm sweet. Like this is a grand final, dude.
Well, there's a difference. You can be sweet, stoked, and angry.
Okay, there's a spectrum. I
Yeah,
like that.
There's a spectrum. And obviously I am disappointed we didn't win, but at the same time, I'm appreciative of the effort they put in. Like it was literally one of the greatest grand finals of all time. They played Penrith at the peak of their powers. It took one of the greatest ever performances by 7. Joey said that, not my words. To beat us by 2 points. Like that's a pretty fucking fair effort.
Agreed.
But so it was at Ezra's first, second, or third try when you were like, "We're going to win the
No,
cup."
actually, I'll tell you a story I said on Monday too. So we're sitting there, and at no point did I think we were going to win it because I knew for sure.
Come on,
In your head?
I won't even tell the story. Matty, you tell the story.
Okay, so, and at this point, I was actually secretly, well, not so secretly, like you knew, I was actually like filming Denon every time man was scored because I'm like, fuck, if Brisbane win here, this is going to be like the sickest video. And then at 24-8 up, I'm like, sweet, Brisbane are going to run away with this. This is going to be sick. And then when Yo went off HIA, I think I turned to you, Denon, and I was like, it's over. Or something along those lines.
He said, if he goes, it's over.
Yeah, if he's
Brisbane
off,
have won.
Yeah, if he's off for the game, he's over. And then Denon told me to shut the fuck up.
So no, I
Did
did.
you
I said, shut the
early
fuck up.
crow the Broncos?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
We had a dribbler call up on our podcast.
There's a bit of that going on.
And he's called us up
5 minutes to go.
5 minutes ago, and he goes, boys, what is it with you guys and getting on the wrong team? 5 minutes to go, Broncos 4 points up. You fucking idiots saying the Panthers are going to win, you dumb motherfucker.
4 minutes to go, he
And it was
can't-
only 4 fucking... I'm like, why are you calling us,
We're
you
under the
dumb
pump.
fuck?
We're under
I
the
know.
It was
Pump.
24-20. And he called in with 5 minutes to go.
And you
saying-
guys have come back, and the Panthers have come back from fucking nowhere.
So this must have been like a minute before you scored, before Penrith scored the last try.
So yeah, so
Which is
so,
insane.
so Ezra's scoring all those tries. I know that outwardly you're not going to say that you thought you were going to win, but after Eddy scores his third, you must have a part of you being like at least allowing yourself to consider the possibility.
I swear on everything.
To not even consider the possibility.
Oh, of course, I consider the possibility before the game.
Yeah, but like you're going fuck.
I would have almost been close off territory. Like this is done
Party
and
time.
dusted.
No, I was
100%.
I was sitting there
That's
going.
but at least I'm honest.
I was sitting there going, we defended our fucking arseholes in the first 40 minutes. Penrith Panthers have only made one error in the whole game. So they basically guaranteed to give themselves in the last 20 minutes 10 sets. So they got 10 opportunities to score. So I was like, I at no point, and as I said, Maddie can attest to this, I said, shut the fuck up, there's still 20 minutes to go. At no point did I think that we were done. I swear on I swear on everything.
So then Moses goes over. Cleary makes that break.
Then I go, oh fuck.
Are you starting like, oh fuck.
Yeah, then I thought we're fucking
in some trouble here.
In some trouble. And then when Paddy made that error, which was just pure like fatigue, I was like, yeah, I think we're fucking gonna get done
then
here.
Cleary hits the 40-20 and then fucking.
And
what a 40-20 that was. That was unbelievable.
That was Joey. That was Joey-esque.
Yeah.
Like that 40.
It was fucking huge.
And hitting those conversions as well.
Across his body, other side of the field.
You know what's crazy? He did it. He did his MCL in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, isn't he out of fucking the Kangaroos?
He's out of the Kangaroos side. So he's out for like, let's say 6 weeks or something.
Unbelievable.
He did it in the first 10 minutes.
Is that a needle up operation?
No, it just depends. If it's an MCL, if it's fully torn, he'll have to get a little operation to get it reattached. But that doesn't actually mean that it'll be longer. If it's a grade 1 or 2, usually it's just a minor tear that can heal itself. So you're probably looking at around 4 to 6 weeks, but it won't affect.
I'm just talking about like at half time.
No.
Would he have been in pain or what's the go?
Yeah, your knee would just be loose, and you'd be in a little bit of pain, but nothing. Like pain wise, that wouldn't have been come close to stopping. It would just be more stepping off. Like the fact that he made that break with a fucked MCL, that's just pure like not worrying about your body. Whereas if he was like a bit reluctant, it's him going, fuck, I don't want my knee to completely fucking go here.
So Crichton goes over. Where are we there? Are you what faces are he making? You must have been watching.
I was the same the whole game.
Just really like mellow and.
Was there a few profanities getting thrown around when Crichton goes over? God, he's a beast.
I've been in pressure cookers, boys. Come on, I know how to keep my cool.
What pressure cookers?
You know how to outwardly keep you cool. Internally, you must have been boiling, dude. You'd have to have been. What about when he scores the fucking try? Are you just like?
No, yeah. Obviously, I'm devastated. Then, so he scored the try. Then the buzzer went. I stood up, walked out of the stadium. So I was like,
went and screamed in the pillow when you got home.
And it's because like you're walking out and everyone's like looking at you because I don't know, like people obviously listen to the podcast and that. So you're like,
were you getting ripped?
Nah, actually, no Penrith fans. Actually, matter of fact, a lot of Penrith fans came up to me and said, "Fuck, I'm so sorry, bro." So
yeah, because that was like the cruelest. Other than 2015, I know you got history.
And then some got photos. I was like, "How dare you, sir?"
Yeah, not now, dude. Not now.
It's like broken eyes.
Yeah, send those photos.
You know what?
Sam.
The Penrith fans were fucking outstanding. Not a single one said anything bad, and they were super nice. They were actually apologetic, which is fucking. Matter of fact, it was the Broncos fans who were like, "Kevin, what the fuck happened, man?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I was fucking watching just like you, bro."
Dude, what a way to go.
Yeah, it's a fucking tough way to go out.
Great night for rugby league, though.
Great
night for
From the
rugby
bottom of
league.
my heart, I actually am super proud of all the boys. I know everyone likes to put shit on whatever, but to get beaten by that, it's like, as a competitor, you go, all right, we lost by a better side that did something incredible. We fucking gather again and we go again. Like, people say, which is more heartbreaking? The 2015 one is more heartbreaking, in my opinion, because I don't think the Cowboys played that well. They just somehow, some way got back.
No,
in the
but
game.
that was. If you go back and watch that, the final 10 minutes, it's ridiculous in the extreme.
Yeah. Whereas
absurd.
This one, it's like it took greatness. Like we witnessed one of the greatest grand finals, standard-wise, everything. And Cleary just fully, at Clubland, he's already a great, in my opinion. I think he goes down as one of the greatest halves of all time at Clubland. And so when you look at it like that, you're like, okay, we got beaten by Penrith at the peak of their powers. Let's see how we go when, 2 or 3 years when we're at the peak of our powers. How do we go? There's actually a random stats guy, shout out, he put a stat up saying that with that score, we would have beaten 73% of all grand finalists. On top of that, that doesn't take into consideration Panthers are arguably the best defensive side of all time. So we probably would have scored more points against other grand finalists.
You wouldn't have beat 08 Manly. Just a point.
Without Cam Smith.
Where without random
They know
stats
Cam
guy.
Smith.
Cam Smith, he doesn't move the needle by full. Tom
But
Trbojevic does, we know that.
But it was one, like, watching that game, it was like, there are very few games where you're truly like blown away by what you're seeing. And even when the Leota trial, I was like, okay, this feels consolation-y. And then it just sort of, then he's hitting 40-20. He's like, oh, fuck, he's actually...
When he hit the 40-20, I was like, ooh, okay.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
But then he scores the winning try. And again, like, we have only ever been critical of Nathan Cleary in the Origin arena, right? Which is, like, reasonable because he still hasn't been the guy. He's never done anything like that. But just in the game, you're like, oh, dude, you're great.
Yeah.
You're great.
It's undeniable. At
You're
club
great.
level, he's a
That's
great.
it. That's a wrap.
Like, for example, Peter Sterling, you consider him a great. And he only won one Origin or something, didn't he? Yeah. You know, like, so I think we do get caught up in, like, for example, when Joey was playing, there were people critical of Joey in the day he was playing. It's not until you get past their career, everyone fucking goes, oh, yeah, he was the GOAT. He was the GOAT.
Yeah,
Like,
100%. 100%.
So, at 25 years old, 3 premierships, 2 Clive Churchills, 3 Origin series,
World Cup.
a World Cup. Like,
But also, probably more comps. And
Quickest to
and it
1,500
just feels
points, I
like...
think.
oh, mate.
Well, how old was Joey when he had the 05 game? 32,
Yeah,
33?
exactly. Yeah.
There, I think we will start to build 27, 28 to like Origin dominance.
But it'll also be like, that's what's kind of cool about it is, I read somewhere someone saying this and it was like, it felt like, this was, I'm quoting somebody, but it was like, it felt like for a fair amount of time, Cleary's greatness was being rammed down our throats in terms of he's just had all this hype behind him and people, you know, a prodigy coming up. And so maybe that is one of those things that's maybe caused a few people to recoil from it. But as it's gone on, you're just like, oh, fuck, this guy's like, he's obviously very good. But then to do that, you're just like, okay, no, it's cool now. Like, he's a fucking psycho. Like, he's a freak. But as he gets older, he's still so young. You're like, I hope it gets to a point where we can all sit back and like really just like soak him in for like how fucking, like assuming he becomes the greatest ever.
Well, it's going to be mad if, like, let's say he comes out Origin next year and fucking kills it.
Well, he's got to get it over Mitchell Moses.
Well, let's assume he does.
Was a joke.
But let's assume he does. Then you can
Wasn't
basically
a joke
go,
a couple of weeks ago.
No, it wasn't a joke before that game. Before that game, it was a fucking dead set certainty.
But let's assume he does. He comes out and he has his Joey 05 moment where he wins the Wally Johns medal and...
Well done.
You know...
Well done, mate.
I'm a fair guy. I feel like I'm a pretty fair guy.
No, that's class.
We should call it the Jolly.
The Jolly medal. I like that, the Jolly medal. But he wins that, then it's almost like, well, that he's set. You don't,
Yes.
you know, he's set. He's got 4 Origin series. One of them was, you know, a great. He's got the premierships. He's going to win at least 2 more. So then we can really just sit back and enjoy.
But then it's like, 10 years of like just fucking. Here's the victory lap. It's like whatever you do is now just like.
I will say the big, and this is me being super like technical and critical, is the difference between the game plan Cleary uses at Clubland and Origin. It probably has to change because what was that match-winning try? What was it? It was fatigued inside forwards. How does that happen? All the time, Cleary just keeps turning players under, knowing that eventually most club sides will fatigue. You watch that game, the grand final, that's all they were doing, under, just making the inside forwards work up and back, up and back. The problem with that tactic in Origin is it's all throbbers. So when you've got Tino and Cotter in the middle that fucking never lay off tackles, never take us, like for 80 minutes they're going. So that's the only little tweak he's going to have to make is he can't take that, in my opinion. Now maybe he can, I don't know. He can't take that game plan into Origin. He needs to just tweak it a little bit, and I think that's what will
make some tweaks.
Separate.
Just go back and watch 05 Joey and just like do that.
Yeah.
just
Do that. That'd
Do you
be
know what
great.
I mean? Wouldn't that just be easy? Just like just do that.
do that, please. Thanks.
I tell you what, 4 and 5's not out of the question now.
As in
Them winning
premierships.
it next year.
Oh, mate.
4 and 5.
They're
So
favourites.
you're starting to look at 5 going, forget
Mate,
4.
Leota and Fisher Harris are 27 and 28.
Yeah.
Like, so even the big dogs aren't even past 30. And then you go into next year and you go, they've got Alamotti, so a young throbber coming across the club. Rumours that maybe talking to Dewey, even Twal.
Dewey.
Yeah, that's pure whisper. Pure just Mayo whisper.
Get out of
But I
there,
like
Dewey.
Mayo whispers.
Go, Dewey.
And then you've got guys like Tungor that only played like 16 games or something this year and was still one of the best centres in the comp. You've got guys like Taylor May that didn't play. Jerome Luai, busted shoulder. So, you know what I mean? Like, they actually still have players to come back in and also players to get older and better. Like, their whole backline is... Like, Stephen Crichton's 22 or 23.
Which is
I know he's
just,
leaving,
which
but-
is just fucking ridiculous.
Insane.
And they've got a production line out there like no other. There'd be fucking straight up gangsters coming
Brian,
through
I saw
next
something
time.
yesterday where it's like Brian To'o, and sorry, I don't remember where I saw it, but it was like Brian To'o. There's only 3 players in the history of rugby league that have played less games for 3 comps, and it's like back in the day when it was like fucking whatever. But in 93 games, 3 premierships. It's like that's fucking insanity.
Just drowning in it.
Drowning.
They've
Drowning
even, I think
glory.
it's Jet Cleary. So Nathan will still be playing while Jet makes his debut.
Yeah, Jet.
So they could be,
also
and then in the halves, aren't they?
perfect
He's a half.
rugby league name.
He's a half as well. So there could be Cleary on Cleary crime happening.
Yeah,
Fucking
we like
soon.
that. Jet and Nathan. Jet, I don't know if he's got the chin of his older brother. He's still not fully reached pubic maturity, so that jaw can still kick in a little
Well,
bit.
I think that it'll come in. It'll come in.
Look, I think Cleary's brought the jaw back. He's brought it back.
fuck.
We're of the opinion that it grows bigger every time he wins a comp.
Yeah.
You know, like Pinocchio, his nose grew every time he lied.
Yeah, I'm an honest guy, to be honest.
But I'm pretty sure that Cleary's chin's getting bigger. Like, it's getting real big.
It is. You know what? It is becoming more pronounced every premiership he gets.
I truly believe that.
Maybe there is something
I
to
think he's
that.
holding- I think
they should
he's-
do a study. Does your chin
they-
get bigger every premiership you win?
Yeah.
Well, his is. That's for sure. Definitely.
But as I said, obviously devastated. To be honest, I'm more devastated for that group of players. Like I would have loved to see them be happy and enjoying the moment because they're building their own legacy. And I think what's special about this group of Broncos is, okay, yeah, the early 2000 Broncos made that jersey special, but they truly are disconnected from that. They have no hand-me-ups or legacies. Like, it's fucking been 20 years, like pretty much. So they're doing it all themselves. And I was hoping that they could, create their own legacy. And I still think they can.
It's just a fucked way to lose. Like, you know, like Parramatta get fucking humped by the Panthers the year before. You're like, well, yeah, you guys were never in it. You weren't.
Honestly,
it's a fucked way to lose.
Honestly,
like
the
that.
competitor to me is I'm happier losing like that than getting pumped.
Because you know that you're in it. Like, you're close. You can compete.
Look, if you go out there and you get beaten by an all-time great side, it's like that's part of the game. Like, that's the game. What isn't part of the game? Rocking up and getting fucking humped, and you're just like, well, I was pathetic. Like,
Yeah. You don't want to be a
fair.
cuck.
No, you don't.
don't want
That's
to
a
get
good
cucked.
point.
Some people like being cucks.
Yeah, they do.
And that's cool.
That's cool. Everyone's got it. It's
But
king,
most
right?
people
Well,
don't.
Penrith, their first half of the grand final, they got cucked. And they come out and say, we don't like this shit.
Yeah,
But
whoa,
also-
whoa, we're not cucks.
You got to earn your stripes. You got to lose one to win one. Hotness, greatness. Like you've got to be. You're hot first, then you can become great.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you've got to earn it.
Yeah. Because Cleary was just a young hot boy first.
He was a young hot boy, and Smith, who was great, goes no.
But the only
I don't think so, young buck.
what I do want to see though is like I hope there's another great that's in this generation that goes against Cleary towards the end of his career. You know,
Oh, yeah, it'll happen.
surely
It'll happen.
Fuck, that's
Isn't
good.
that the way of the world?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I also just, like, I've been saying it all year, not about how good this person is, just how much I love him. Ezra Mam, I've had a big old crush on
Wham
Ezra
Bam?
this year.
Biggest lead. He's a little legend too.
He was fantastic. Those two tries. We said on the potty the other day, one of the shots, slow-mo shots on Channel 9, it was the one where Reece Walsh stepped Nathan, comes through, then
horny.
palms Tungo, runs through. And there's like this fucking 400K, whatever the hell it is, front-on image of him
Call it 8,
stepping, then palming Tungo, running forward, and you're like, that's the coolest fucking shot I've
Mate,
ever
watch
seen.
it. We were in the corner where Ezra was scoring on his tries, and that in and away, just bang bang, boom, was fucking
thought-
incredible.
Obviously, given your wealth, that you would have had like a box or something.
Mate, I am a battler, a part of the people. I want to experience it,
A
mate.
battler with like a fucking black Amex. I don't get it.
God. Mate, I just wanted to be a part of the people, mate.
That's
part of a grand final.
No,
Who
that's-
wants to spend a grand final in a box?
Listen, I agree. That's good of you. I just was expecting a man of your financial fortunes to be in a box.
Mate, I'm not at that level
Full
yet.
respect, dude,
I'm not
full
at that level
respect.
yet. Got some, good tickets though. Mate, great grand final, incredible, and the boys will come back better than ever. And it was cool to be able to see them at the captain's run. They were chill, man. They were not daunted by it. They were fucking.
Did you say a couple of words?
I got the boys together and I said, boys.
What did you say?
I said, boys, do this for the people that have gone through the floods.
You Billy Slater.
I pretty much said what Billy Slater said.
Yeah, a bit of the bush poetry.
Yeah. That's nice.
Bit of bush poetry. That'll go. It works.
And I did get a copyright letter from his lawyer
Billy,
because he's a Storm guy and he doesn't want his.
you can't be using bush poetry, dude. That's
Yeah.
my thing.
So, and look, maybe it
And
worked, maybe it
banjos,
didn't.
but he's passed down to me.
Banjo was like, I walked so you could run, Billy. So you take the mantle.
Now, boys, I made a massive fucking boo-boo last night. So, actually, you don't watch movies. But, with your partner, You know, I know a lot of people think you can't watch movies when you're kids, but you know, are you the guy that you set the movie up and then the missus watches it, and it's at your job to find a good movie to watch? Is that your role, or is it her role?
Yeah, listen, I will. It's a collaborative process. Usually, I'm in charge of the controls, and she'll yes or no it.
Okay.
To be completely honest with you, sometimes it reaches a point where I go, I can't be fucked anymore.
Yeah.
You fucking find one, and I'm going to go on my phone.
Ooh, okay.
Because like I'm over it.
Well, it takes so long
mood.
by the time you actually you basically we'd be halfway through a fucking film if we'd picked like the first thing that I've chosen, like my first option here, which has been taking so long. So often I will exactly the same way. You pick whatever the fuck you want. I'll fall asleep to it.
See, I live and die by the sword. It's my responsibility
Sure.
to pick it, and we're watching this.
You're talking like Sunday night movie?
Just whenever, really. Well,
lot of
whatever we're
Katana
watching,
stuff.
I'll
She
choose. I'll choose it, but then I'm the one that cops the brunt if it's not good. But I pretty much fucking nail it all the time.
But it's all heavy katana stuff, right? Live and die
Yeah, it's
by
all
the
anime.
katana.
It's all anime. Yeah,
shit,
sure. Anyway, so last night there's this movie that I've been wanting to watch for ages, but it's actually not in cinemas, and you would have heard of it. Anyway, so we sit
What's it
down,
called?
watch it. I'll bet.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
you're right.
Okay.
So you're building up to it.
Building up. I was like,
Oh,
It's
suspense.
yeah, sorry. Okay.
You're a suspense guy.
I'm a suspense guy, but it's
You say
kind of
it's
like...
not in cinemas?
Anyway, so I choose a movie. I'm super excited. I've wanted to watch it for many, many months. It's a movie called Sound of Freedom. You may have heard of it. Have you heard of it? No. Anyway, so it's a movie called Sound of Freedom. Got all
Yes,
this
I have
buzz.
heard of it.
Yeah. So it's got all this buzz, and we sit
Pretty
down and
etched,
watch
though.
it. Exactly. So we sit down to watch it.
Etch in what way?
Well,
You're about
just,
to hear.
yeah.
So we sit down and watch it. Literally, the first fucking before even the credits rolled for the beginning. It's about and I knew that it was about this. It's about kid abductions, but it's a true story. Anyway, so we get fucking the first scene. We see it, and I'm sitting there going, "Wow, that's pretty hectic." But then what it does is before it starts, it shows CCTV footage of kids getting abducted. Anyway, I look across, and my missus has got the baby in her arms, fucking just.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh shit. I was like, we maybe shouldn't watch this. She's like got a newborn in her arm going, fuck me. I'm like, okay, that's a fucking bad,
Humongous error on your part.
huge error. Not
Dude,
reading the room.
I can't watch a fucking thing that's even slightly etch about kids, whether it's sick or whatever. I'm like, fuck, get that shit away from me. That is one of the etchest films going around at the moment. Probably like good watch, I'm sure. But like maybe like not with your missus.
Is it real footage?
CCTV footage of kids getting snatched off the street and shit. To start off, to send the message of like, this is a true story, this is a fucking problem in the world that's no one's addressing.
That is so etched.
So, worst reading of the room in history.
No, that is the
time.
worst reading of the room.
Yeah,
of all
I
time.
know. And look, I take the brunt of it.
At least you turn it off. You have to take the brunt for that one.
I take the brunt of
listen,
it.
If you put on a katana film and she doesn't like it, you're like, well, listen, difference of opinion here, but like, fucking
And
hell.
it just, when I looked across it, saw my fucking newborn child and her just like,
yeah.
I was like, ooh, okay. That's
Can I-
Maybe
And so
put
have I
someone-
lost, and I want to ask you boys, have I lost my right to, because I've got a strong right to choose. I choose a movie.
I think.
Leave it to the missus for a while, I reckon.
Listen, you've played an absolute shocker. It depends how you bounce back.
Yeah, okay.
From in the face of
Did
adversity.
you put
'Cause
something else on?
We watched
you're in the trenches right now.
One Piece. We watched One Piece. It's easy
Oh,
watch.
you
One
did put
Piece?
anime on.
It's a live action, but
You fucking opted for. Oh, so this is what you need to find some like
You got to go light and fluffy,
fluffy,
like
up
Seinfeld.
vibe.
or
Yeah,
something.
but is
Giggly.
One Piece is One Take, also a great show, but One Piece
rom-com.
is.
Rom-com shit.
Yeah, we
dude.
watched a rom-com that was terrible the other week.
What?
But it got heaps of good ratings. It's called Past Lives.
I would have put "Marry Me" on or something really easy.
Yeah,
watch.
but I
What's
don't like
Past
that.
J-Lo getting into a work.
Oh, this Past Lives, basically, it's about a bloke getting cucked. That's what it's about. And all these reviews like, yeah, so true about these loves that get away. So it's a story of this I think they're Korean, they grow up together and then they part ways. And they're only like kids, but they, young love or whatever. Anyway, so she grows up in New York or something. He's in Korea. They reconnect and they have this like thing. But she's like she ends up marrying another dude. And then he like comes across and they visit each other and everything. And the other married dude is just like, yep, sweet, no worries. Even though he knows that there's something weird going on. And I won't say it spoiled the ending, but it's basically a bloke getting cucked. And all the reviews are like, yeah, how powerful, of lives that just don't seem to mesh. And maybe in another life they would have been together, maybe not.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, how is this good? This dude's just sitting here getting cucked.
You ever seen Wedding Crashers down and maybe we just whack that on and have a couple of giggles, dude?
Yeah, I
know
don't-
something
look.
that's tried and tested.
I know, I'm not a...
No
I'm
edge
not-
fucking
I don't like
child
vapid
shit.
stuff, though. I don't like vapid stuff.
Wedding Crashers isn't vapid.
Yeah, but like...
it's one of the great movies
I've
of all
already
time.
seen that. I've already seen that.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I've seen that
but
a
it's not a
million
bad-
I
times.
like Wedding Crashers. Great movie.
Well, it doesn't sound like you do. Because if you go in trying to put on children getting fucking abducted
Well, I didn't fucking-
movies.
It's a great-
and you follow it up with anything
Anime?
like it's just.
I feel like that's
I feel like you're not reading the room adequately. That moment demanded Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Demanded it.
I'll take that.
It demanded Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson to lighten the fucking load.
Yeah.
And for you to sit there and go, I don't like vapid movies is disgraceful.
And actually, if
So
you like,
in fact, you have
you
lost
have
your
lost
right.
it. Yeah, you've lost it.
I didn't say Wedding Crashers is vapid. I just
No,
mean
I've
like,
seen enough.
But you've gone etch fucking movie, and then you're going, all right, I need to change the mood into anime. Like you've
That's
lost
light.
it.
That's
your missus.
light.
Your missus has got to
She
choose.
likes one.
She's got to
Yes.
choose now. She's got to choose.
Oh, but
You've
she always
lost.
chooses.
All right,
like,
6 month ban.
6 months.
no, she chooses
6 months ban.
like
6 months
6 month ban.
You've got the option to give it to Latrell, but I'm not prepared. I don't think that's fair at this point.
Oh my god,
No, that's fucked up, dude.
Shocker.
Yeah, it was a shocker. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolute shocker.
Hey, look, I own my mistakes.
You'd be better off putting on a fucking war film than putting on that fucking first one.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be the fucking actual footage of the shit happening.
Even
Yeah,
if
a little
it
bit of Saving
wasn't,
Private
dude,
Ryan.
Even if
Storming
it
the
wasn't,
beaches of
Saving
Omaha.
Ryan's privates.
yes, you knew the storyline.
You know what word sentence sticks in my head, and like I reckon once a week. You know the scene in Troy where he goes to he's like, "Will you go to war with me, brother?"
Will you go to war with me, brother?
That literally fucking sticks in my head once a
Great
week.
movie.
I like all those old movies when they shake hands. They're like, "Whoa."
Yeah, I want to start.
Bra
Can
Boy.
we bring that back? This
Well, the
shape?
Bra Boys, they're like, let's not steal it from
Bra
Bra
Boys.
Boys.
Oh, is
Just
that-
so it knows.
well, it's Troy. Achilles fucking
Well,
started.
I
that.
don't know. I think it's Bra Boys first.
I think, yeah, that was around.
Can we
was,
bring
uh,
that back?
No, that was Bra Boys first.
They'd
and then Troy stole it.
probably still do
Think
it.
about how fucking strong and couth that is.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Fuck.
That's
It is
fucking-
strong.
dude. Good luck trying to break that.
Yeah, and you can't do a flimsy one of that because
No, no.
if you just go like that, it's like, what are you trying to like?
Yeah,
caress
you
my
like
arm?
tickle my arms.
Yeah.
Dude. No, you got to
Bring it
Bra
back.
Boy it down.
We come to war with me, brother.
I think
brother.
about it all the time. It's the best line ever.
And he's like, yeah, fuck yeah.
I also
Fucking
think from that one as like it was basically like a slur, and he goes, "You sack of wine."
Oh yeah, and when this is a lesser line, but he's like pearls from the sea of Propontis.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
it's-
Eric, dude. Eric Banner. He kind of fell off, and I mean that in respect. Like he was the fucking man. In
Yeah,
all
dude,
that.
he was the fucking
He was
man.
the man.
Remember when they get that like omenry guy and he's like, we've seen a bird mating in the sky.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
It means we're fucked.
That was you guys 1,000 years ago.
No, but we got it right though.
But didn't he get fucked or?
No, I think he predicted good things.
Oh,
I
okay,
think
fair
he
enough,
might have
fair
fucked that up.
I thought they predicted. Oh, you're right. Actually,
No, I think
it was a poor omen.
Yeah, it was a poor omen.
Yeah,
the
apologies.
other good scene is just so dribbly is Achilles comes back from killing. And they've got like Rose Byrne in the fucking in his tent. He's just like nude, washing
just
himself.
shredded
and
out his-
shit.
A man's
Fucking
never
line.
looked as fucking good.
Oh,
They're
that's
like-
his peak. I actually think he looks better in that than Fight Club.
Well, it's a bit
Imagine
more of a
being
like.
bit more
the
bit
Fight
bigger.
Club's a bit more like grungy, sort
Skinny
of
kind of-
junky
yeah.
hot, which is still hot.
It's
but
very
this
hot.
is like.
Imagine
clean,
being Rose
smooth,
Byrne, being like,
bronzed.
I've just been kidnapped, right? I'm scared shitless. I'm in a tent, and then Brad Pitt walks in.
Imagine being
He's hog
Rose
out.
Byrne in
Hogged
real
up.
life, though.
I'm guessing.
Imagine being Rose Byrne, like, Rose, so you've just got the part for Troy. You're going to have to fuck Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh,
okay.
that wasn't in the contract.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And he's just come back from pillaging and dominating
Yeah,
other
he's
men,
going to be all
sweating out of his
greasy, and
mind.
we've got him on a steroid cycle, so he's going to be jacked beyond belief. You're like, oh, damn it.
I'll
Long
work.
blonde hair.
This is the tough stuff they don't tell you about.
That might be the greatest role a human's ever got.
When he goes toe to toe with Hector, it's a great scene.
Oh, when
That's
he's calling
a
out
great
Hector at the
scene.
front.
That's a great scene.
Oh my
Dude,
god!
what about when he takes out that huge giant? He just runs up to him. And he's
At
just,
the start.
No, the best line in the whole movie is when he burns the shit out of that little kid and goes, "That's why no one will remember your name." The
Yeah,
kid's like
just-
10.
Yeah, buries him. But he deserved it.
no, he did deserve it. Kid
was
did
weak.
deserve it.
Weak as piss.
Yeah,
That's why no one remembers
stupid
your
little
name.
kid. Fuck that kid.
Imagine that kid.
Swords and sandals, as Sebo refers to it as.
What, the genre?
The genre.
Yeah.
Swords and sandals. They were big.
I actually just started a doco. It's 5 hours long on Rome, and it's getting me
On Netflix?
keen. Nah, it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
On YouTube.
Okay.
It fucking looks hectic. And it's the start of it, it's already got me hooked. Now, boys, Brad Fittler steps down as Blues coach. Stewart is also reportedly pulled out of the race.
Everyone's pulling out, dude. Pull out method.
What's going on? Tell me what's going on with your steps. Like, look,
I think everyone's making way for.
look, you've got a strong pull-out game. I'll give you that.
I think everyone's making way for a certain somebody.
Yep.
Certain rugby league guru.
A certain.
Bring him in, you reckon?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Who knows the game better than him? Who seriously?
His
I've never
selections would be
seen
great.
I've never seen someone more erect than going through Guru's Instagram stories grand final night as the game was unfolding. It was like one of the great watches all time, and I think that level of enthusiasm deserves to be New South Wales coach. So I think right now we're looking at Laurie Daly,
Yeah, Laurie Daly's getting
John
thrown around.
Cartwright. Not knocking either of those two fine servants of the game, but I'm like
I think even Michael Maguire maybe throwing
Michael
his hat in the
Maguire.
ring.
Like I'm just none of them get me as excited as Guru.
If you were Kiwis, you'd be like, hang on a sec. Hey, Mickey.
Yeah.
But you're our coach.
Well, yeah.
In all honesty, and I'm just being brutally honest. Fittler's out, Stewart's out. If it's not the Johns brothers, I want it to be Guru. Yeah. Like I just do.
Just for content.
Well, yeah, for content, but I also like what he's about.
Yeah.
You know?
Could you imagine if the Roo got it and he fucking brushed us? It was just like
Oh, too cool for school.
too cool for school. Just like yeah, you
Oh, well, and he'd bring me and Tom in, I think.
Yeah, I
to
think
boy
he'd
the
bring it-
boys.
Yeah, he would brush you. Fucking oath he would.
Yeah, you get brushed.
Nah.
I'd be Churchilling in there, bro.
Yeah.
Churchilling.
We'd be in there just fucking running kid around, then Eddie would rev him up.
I'd rev him up big time. Fucking one of the great rev ups all the time. We wouldn't
I'd
lose a
help him with
series.
Bond.
what's the
You'd help him
skeleton of
dock.
your speech?
I'd help him dock, yeah, for sure. Well, that's bonding, dude. The bonding
I'm
sessions
gonna
would
tell
be
you,
docking.
Queenslander, mate, you run straight to the bush part.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon's going on? First of all, let's talk about Brad Fittler stepping down. Only a week ago, he was presenting to the board his plan, and then a week later, he's stepping down. Do you think that's a concern that they had so many months to let him know what they were thinking, and then almost it seems like he was blindsided by this new approach from New
The
South
way
Wales?
that I read it was that it was like he wanted 2 years and he was prepared to go if he didn't win next year. And they're like, we won't give you 2 years. But it's like, well, if he wins, then why wouldn't you give him another year?
And also, I think they wanted to change it from like 12 months to a 5-month contract.
And they wanted to cut his pay, which was like 450 G's.
But like Origin's getting bigger and bigger. Like,
Yeah.
why are you cutting costs?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like cutting costs, like what? Like so you can go to the board at the end of the year and go, look, we fucking made an extra few $100,000. Like what?
Cost cutting doesn't seem like the thing. It's not.
Yeah, it's not a cost cutting thing. It's a win the series thing.
Yeah, you've changed your jersey like 6 times in the last 4 years. Surely you got some cash rolling around.
All I know is he's not happy. He was very involved, and Matty could talk to this. Like he's been super involved in New South Wales Rugby League for a long time, and maybe he feels like it's a 12-month job as opposed to 5 months.
Well, it is a 12.
I feel like you should be going deeper into the
But if they're 5 months, they're basically saying
After the game, you don't need to do it. After the series,
after
you
the
fucking
series,
chill.
fuck off and chill.
Which is like I disagree because I'm like you should be him in like constant communication with who potential New South Wales players are and also the current ones. Like Billy is still in communication with all the Queensland players.
And he needs
Apparently-
to be going around the state on his hog, showing people
Yeah.
old footage of Joey.
Yeah.
I thought that was a
That was part of it.
non-negotiable.
Yeah, that was in his contract. Billy calls up players apparently late at night and just starts reading them poetry. Like that's what you want.
100%, that's what you want. It's 100% what you want. And listen, let's be honest, 450K, it's not that much money.
In the Origin
like, it's
arena?
a lot of
It's a
money,
lot of money, but not in-
society, but I'm talking about
Relatively
in-
speaking,
yeah.
to Origin Arena, there's 2 head coaches. He's one of them.
Exactly.
It's nothing. It's
I
a
wonder
drop
what
in
the
the
bush
bucket.
pilots get.
Considering what Origin makes
Yes.
in terms of revenue and,
also
profit, it's nothing.
considering the how much you'll begin to lose if you lose more series. You know what I mean? Like I think we're forgetting more resources should be poured in to getting the dub rather than pulling resources back. I don't understand.
But
that.
I'm also confused by this as well. If they didn't want Brad, they could have just said, we don't want you.
That's again,
As opposed to designing this system that if they'd asked him, how does this
that's what I
vibe
said
you
on
with
the-
you? It would have been like, no, I hate it.
that's what I
So
said.
you
on the
either
potty
want him or
last
you
week.
don't. Like, I don't.
Well,
There's
on the-
something I'm missing.
On the potty last week, that's what I said. Is like they've had months. Why didn't they say 2 months ago, Freddie, this is the direction we're heading, which is a 5-month contract. Like, why all of a sudden in that week they got his proposal and then came back to him and said, oh, by the way, it's only going to be a 5-month deal and we won't give you this, this, and this. It's like, why did it take so long? It should have been off the bat. This is what we want to go do. Like, not off the bat. Reviewed everything after Origin happened. Know what they want and then go forward.
Yeah, as my wife likes to say, Eddie, you need to work on your communication. And I think this is a classic case of men with poor communication skills. I think this is exactly what I would expect out of men, to
So
be honest.
do we maybe need to get the wives of the board members in there to actually say what
Yeah.
the men are really
No,
feeling?
to be like, you go home and speak to your wives every night and be like, this is what we're going to say to Freddie. And they go, well, That seems like a bit weird. Like you've had 2 months to say that. Like this is something you should have brought up, months ago. Because he's gonna feel blindsided. You know that, don't you, darling? He's gonna feel really blindsided by this because didn't you tell me last week that he's just shown you a presentation? Okay, of how he wants to win and how he wants to move the state forward. Well, yeah. And now don't you think it's a little bit strange, the timing that you're coming out saying that you want to cut his pay, reduce his months from 12 to 5? Did you see that? That might throw him off a little. Oh, yeah. Now that you say it, babe, maybe that is a sort of fucked up thing to do.
Yeah.
And he's going to catch him off guard. Like, you don't reckon he'll quit, do you? I think he fucking might. You fucking might quit.
He certainly could. You got to consider that as an option.
They need a wife whisperer.
They need wife whisperers.
Yeah, absolutely. They need wives to just sit down and go, look, unpack what you just spoke to Freddie about and let me give you some advice on how to talk properly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good shout, Eddie. It's a great shout.
Because what else do you put it down to? I set myself this what's happened. You know what I mean?
It's a very bloke thing to do. Like, oh, by the way, we're cutting your thing more than half.
I swear I told you I was going away for 2 weeks. Didn't I tell you that? Fuck, well, I leave tomorrow. I'm going to Vegas.
Now, in regards to replacement, Ricky Stewart pulled out. I don't think Bellamy is interested, to my understanding of what I've read. Who could honestly be? Like, it feels like there's
I have no idea. There's
all of
no
the
one.
assistant coaches are out.
All bailed.
So Joey's gone. Paul McGregor, I think, is gone. Greg Alexander is not a coach, but part of the setup, gone.
Bedsy gone.
So it's like, who is there left?
John Cartwright puts his name forward, and I'm like, no disrespect to John. He could be great, and I just don't know about it. But, like, nothing is getting me hard about John Cartwright.
I will say, I mean, he has been part of the success of the Broncos to a degree as an assistant coach.
Sure. Absolutely. I just am like, okay, sure. Like, I think the coach is going to be someone we'll go, all right, sure. This doesn't feel that exciting. Like, you got, okay, Queensland have Bush Poet Bill, and we've got who?
Do we need to get do you think that if the state needed him, Phil Gould would do it?
I think if the state made enough noise, Gus would have stepped
He's
back.
got too many fucking jobs, dude. How the hell's he going to fit it in?
But just get him
Don't do the Channel 9 stuff. And
quit Channel 9.
No, he just needs to be
just for
idle.
this period.
Yeah.
He's got to go in and just pump them up.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Just come
pump
in,
the boys up.
into camp for 1 week. He gets the boys all buoyed up. He doesn't worry about the tactics in that. He just gets the boys fucking buoyed.
Nathan, you do it.
Nathan, yeah, you know the tactics. Jesus, Ivan Cleary, come in and just fucking give us a decent game plan. I'll buoy the boys. Let's go. Look what Wayne Bennett and fucking Mal Meninga did 2020. Just buoyed the boys.
Great point.
Like,
It's a great point. Wayne Bennett came in and buoyed the boys, and with the second worst Origin side all time, they got the job done.
Gus would be the only person I'd be happy with.
That's a fact.
yeah, when you think
I'm not
about it.
going to disrespect Fatty's boys like that.
We should
implying
maybe-
that they weren't the worst.
Do we start a change.org?
Hey?
Start a change.org petition. Bring back Gus.
Honestly, like
That's what he needs.
If you're
he needs us to suck him off more, like, I'll do it.
if I'm talking about what's going to get me primed and get me hard,
It is Gus.
It's Gus, and it's not John Cartwright. No offense, it's just not. And Laurie Daly, I feel like I've been there, done it with you.
Yeah, I have. You're an ex.
You
And
know?
I know that Phil's an ex, but Phil's an ex that I've
But
just
not for
like,
us.
well, no, but he is an ex, but he's like one
He's the
where you
hottest
go,
ex all time.
yeah, but he's like, oh, we broke up years ago, and now we just bumped into each other at a bar, and it's like, fuck it.
Serendipity.
No, he was like a young love, and now I'm like
Yeah,
old
yeah.
and divorced.
Right, he's got-
and then I'm
And
like,
you know what? You realise how good it was with him because
Yeah.
you've been through some poor relationships.
yes, correct.
Or you forgot why you left, and you want to get back together for a little quickie.
Or they look great still.
And Gus, he's
Gus is
looking
actually
good.
looking better.
He's looking jacked.
He's
looking
he's
better.
actually looking as good as he's looked in a while.
Yeah.
I would like him to do it, and I think he could do a fucking job.
Doesn't it, like, look, I understand, there were definitely reasons for why he would move on from Freddie, but now that he's gone, it's kind of like, oh, shit, like.
We were even in like after Origin, we were like, fucking get rid of Freddie. And then it was like, wait a second, who are we going to get?
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, wait, we don't have anyone else. Let's keep him on. Now I'm like, fuck, we got rid of Freddie.
Now it's like, okay, yeah, he's a bit different and, last two series,
And,
yeah.
he's getting a little angry last year. And
But at the same time, it's like,
there's no one else.
he did win three series. He did.
Troy. Is it Troy? Oh, no, it was Gladiator. Is there no one else?
Yeah, Freddie should have done
Yeah, he should have.
that.
Is there no one else? Oh yeah,
Marcus
it is.
Aurelius.
But I'm pretty sure Achilles says the same thing after he kills that huge guy.
You know what? I think you might be right.
I think they both say it. No. He says it, and fucking Russell Crowe says, "Are you not entertained?"
Yeah.
So he does say, "Is there no one else?"
Yeah.
That's
Nailed it.
Achilles.
Nailed it. Alrighty, international squads announced. Oz, NZ, Samoa will play in a Tri-Nations type competition. PNG, Cook Islands, Fiji will play in their own separate Tri-Nations. Both of these competitions combined is called the Pacific Championship. England and Tonga will play their own series over in England. Following squads have been announced. Rest to be confirmed. Boys, who's some, obviously Cleary, Hot Boy Cleary out, but Hot Boy Hines has come in. When in doubt, go hot. Boys, any surprises here? Any ones where you thought were unlucky not to make it?
Ponga and Walsh, but I get it. Like, how many fucking throbbing fullbacks are you going to have? And Tedesco's captain, so you're just sort of stuck with it. They're probably the only ones massively that I'm thinking.
It is. I think it's probably.
I think maybe you would have had one of those.
One of them, yeah.
To be honest,
when you look at it, you go, you've got Hamiso and Katoni as centres, Selwyn as a winger, I'd say.
Holmes
as a centre. So maybe he's banking on Hamiso being able to play fullback. But then it's like, well, wouldn't you have Reece in there because he's an out-and-out fullback?
I thought Reece has had a more deserving season. The Ham's fantastic. I love him. He's kind of almost been a breakout rep player of the year in a sense where, like, you know, he wasn't considered a marquee player at the Dolphins, and now he's sort of like their man. But Walsh is like fucking Reece Walsh, and
I would have had Walsh
and
for
bloody
sure.
Ponga won the Dally M.
I'd had Walsh for sure. Like you're blessed though with Cleary going out. You still got Cherry Evans. Obviously Nico comes in, but
I'm actually really happy I'm not obviously happy that Cleary's injured, of course, but I'm happy for DCE because this can, like, maybe he makes it next year, maybe not, but this can be a swan song.
Yes.
Yeah, which he deserves.
Absolutely deserves. Whereas you'd hate for the World Cup to be kind of, you know, Cleary ended up getting the jersey, and you'd hate for that to be his last kind of games for Australia. And
Go
so
there, lead the boys around.
Lead the boys and lead them around, get a win, Pacific Championship win.
But I tell you what though, good looking squad.
Good squad.
Good looking squad.
Hot squad.
Real good looking
No one's
squad.
beating that squad. Sorry, no one's beating that squad.
You know what does make me toey? Seeing Katoni Staggs in an Australian jersey.
Yep. That'll
Real
get me
tough.
He'll
still
look good.
And Selwyn. Ooh.
The boys will
Selwyn's
look good in that green and gold.
They will. They fucking oath they
Happy
will.
to see someone in there.
Just looking at the hookers. So you've really only got Benny Hunt and Harry Grant as hookers, I'd assume. Where's Benny? Up there he is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's all right.
Edge back rowers, we've really got Liam Martin, Cam Murray. But outside of that, I guess he's going to play Ruben Cotter on an edge maybe?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah, okay. How good for Tommy Flegler as well, making the Australian side.
Love
squad.
it for Tommy.
That's great stuff.
Tommy Flegler's had a fucking great season.
Oh, mate.
Like a
Unbelievable.
really good season.
But yeah, outside of that, fucking strong squad. I mean, look, you could, if you were like Dylan Edwards, it's almost like, what I got to do, bro?
You listen, Dylan, it seems like you're going to have to cure cancer, mate. And if you don't do that, you then say goodbye to any rep.
Even still.
Even then.
Yeah. When you've got someone named Kaling and someone who's named Reece, you're a little bit like, bruh.
Kalen,
I don't think
Reece,
who aren't the
Teddy,
side. I think
fucking Hammer.
I genuinely think that the curing of cancer may not even get him over the line.
Yeah.
Or do you reckon the argument could be, well, look what happened in the grand final. Like, Edwards was unbelievable and against Reece Walsh, so maybe he goes over Reece Walsh.
But he hasn't cured cancer, don't he?
And even still. I get your point,
You know?
but if Reece Walsh was in the Penrith side, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
think about it that way.
Valentine Holmes, it looks like Mal Meninga has a sense of humour.
Yeah, Mal gets jokes. Val
gets
and Mal.
jokes.
Val and Mal, I think, are a comedy duo.
It's a great point. It's a great point. Mal has one of the great senses of humour all time. I've been led to believe. A real joker's joker.
Yeah. Prankster.
Yeah, an old school prankster.
Yeah, like he'll slip, you'll be going overseas to like Bali and put some coke in your pocket.
Yeah. Or a couple of keys in your bag.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Or,
Spiked your drinks.
yeah,
Yeah,
there you go,
exactly
yeah.
right. But, a lot of people say that he's not an X's and O's coach by trade. He's more of a boyer of men.
Yeah.
So he gets a joke when he sees it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how he keeps camps light and fluffy.
Yeah.
He probably told him to. Oi, mate, pretend.
Great joke.
Just put that up on Instagram and people will lose it. They'll be like, what are you doing?
This isn't like, it's not even alleged, right? It's just a rumor, but it wouldn't shock me 'cause he's such a jokester. He fucking slipped all that shit in Chappelle's boogie board.
Him and Chappelle close.
Yeah, they're family friends. They
Yeah,
grew up
right.
together.
Well,
He's
then.
like her uncle or something.
Yeah.
Obviously, it didn't go like the way he'd hoped, but
Didn't go over well.
It did. Well, I think initially it just got. It's fucking Mal.
Well, she got out early.
Well, she got out. Look, I think though once she was over there, Mal felt bad.
No, nothing to do.
The Kiwi side.
Shields.
Yeah.
Kiwi side. Any surprises here?
Wiramu Greg, like to see that. He had a good season before he got injured.
Keone Kinney is a big in.
I don't know Keanu. No disrespect.
Played a little bit of first grade this year.
They're missing a grandpa, but that's about it.
No, he's in there.
He's
Poppy,
forced.
5
Oh,
down.
there he is. Skipped over him.
Oh, that's Toey stuff.
Yeah, it is, dude. First grandpa. Well,
I was
not
going to
first.
say,
Was
fuck,
he
they're
your
missing a
grandpa
keeper.
last year? Was he your grandpa last year when he played for New Zealand? I don't think he was. I think this is going to be the first grandfather to play for an international side.
Look, I think only, I guess, depth question is probably their 9. They're missing Cheese. JMK also out, so it's going to be interesting whether they're. In regards to the Samoan side, Jesus, is a Toey side.
Hot side.
Jesse Arthur's
Good to see Gordon Chan come tongue in.
Ooh, yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Really, really good side. Like Junior Paolo, Tango, To'o, Stefan, like
Greggy
jeez.
Marju.
Oluwapu.
They got some fucking
It really is
firepower in
good
there.
to
Neil Luke.
see now, like, and I know you've always sort of a little bit, but now the last couple of years, there's been a lot of importance placed on representing countries of origin by the players themselves. And it's just cool to see these sides now really stacked with names that you know. Like, a lot of them aren't being picked from, like, fucking for, reserve grade and shit. And you're like, you can see all these names and recognize them and be like, these are fucking
They're only going to
hectic
get
sides.
stronger.
All right, Tonga. Again, what I love about the Tonga side, they actually have halves pairings. And they're young too, so if you stick with them, far out. Because that's the one thing Tonga hasn't had. Usually they got centres, fullbacks, whatever, playing 6 and 7.
I love that the kid we let go of is fucking being picked in the Tonga squad Latu. That's good. It's really good.
Oh, you like that?
No, fuck that. Let him go. Fuck.
You know, I can't wait to see players for Alongo for Samoa, the Melbourne Storm fullback. That
Oh,
came in and ripped.
yeah.
But yeah, all really good sides. I cannot wait for this. Now, just quickly, Samoan coach, he said he's going to meet with RTS. How good would it be if he played for Samoa?
That would be cool. Didn't Dallin of New Zealand captain, one-time New Zealand captain fame, hasn't he gone to Tonga? Hectic.
I don't know. I think he might be injured at the moment, but yeah, he's apparently pledged his allegiance to Tonga.
Through via his grandma or something. There's almost a part of it, and again, this isn't me. Like you represent whoever you want to represent, but like there is also a part of it where I'm like, if you've captained fucking New Zealand, there's a part of me that's like,
Yeah, for sure.
that's a bit hectic.
I think because he's at the end of his career, it's kind of like...
How old is he? I know he's
29.
been around for a while.
29, 30, I think.
Yeah. Do
So it's
whatever
like-
you want. I don't really care.
Captaining's a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's pretty hectic.
28.
28?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, well, and he probably would make the Kiwi side, yeah, so that would be very
It's just a
weird.
bit where I'm like, fuck, dude, you're the captain.
But at the same time, it's like...
Trying to convince him.
A
Hasn't
heritage.
happened yet.
No, I think he wants to do it. I think it's...
Oh.
he's already...
Oh, okay.
Is he in the squad, though?
No, he's trying to convince him. Ben Gardner will meet with RTS this month.
Oh,
to
sorry,
convince him.
RTS. No, I'm talking about Dallin.
Oh, okay.
Dallin,
Yeah,
I think that's
right.
a little bit different.
But I actually feel the exact same way about this. Is RTS captain New Zealand?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if he is.
When I said 28, I meant Dallin.
Yeah.
Oh,
we were talking
not
about
Roger.
Apologies.
Roger's like 30, but I'll check.
Yeah, Roger is towards the end.
Roger's 30.
30. Okay.
Not
that
that
old.
fucking
It's not
far
that
towards the
old.
end, is he?
Not that old.
How crazy is it nowadays? You go 30 years old. Fuck, still got 5 years left in him.
I know.
Yeah,
but then when I was-
my new 30 is 34-ish, 35-ish.
It's mental. Mental.
Well, because that's me.
It's a good point. Well, though,
I'd still be playing if I was good
you,
enough to play.
oh, knobbly knees, I don't think so.
No, mate, my knees will come back. You see me in the gym.
All right, that is us done. And Dusty, got anything to come up, boys?
Rosé tonight. Big day rosé. Back on sale. Sold out in 26 minutes. Last time, hellosport.shop. 6 p.m. tonight.
Be there. Look, 26 minutes. Fuck, you'd want to be there for the second one.
Yeah, you better be there or be square, but you should certainly be there.
And the people that bought the DMP shirts, they should be sent out within the next few days, business days.
We
We
love
work
you
on
all.
business days.
We love you all.
Love you all.
We
Love
do.
you all.
Every single one, you reckon? I reckon there's some people that we don't love.
Some people don't love.
Just by laws of like, what is it? The fucking.
I guarantee you there's some we don't like.
Statistics,
We
we'd have to
we
not
like
love you,
all of you.
but-
We love most of you.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
We appreciate
Appreciate all of you. Love most of you. Like some of you. Hate a couple of you.
you. I reckon there's one or two people that we hate.
You'd have to.
And you know what? You know what? I reckon there's one or two people that listen to this that hate us.
That hate us. Well,
Yeah.
there's definitely those.
Yeah, it's true.
Sure.
It's fucking probably. You know what? It's probably more people.
Oh, there'll be
that hate
people
us
that
than
hate us.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, as usual, we'll go and fuck ourselves.
Like-
Thank you.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.